Right now, our landing page has a solid HTML structure, but the design feels outdated. That is because the browser defaults to a basic font like Times New Roman. For years, developers were limited to web-safe fonts, fonts like Arial, Georgia, or Times New Roman, that were guaranteed to be installed on every user's computer. If you picked a font the user didn't have, their browser would just break the design. Today, we use much better method. Web fonts. We can host the font files on a server and send them directly to the user's browser. Let's head over to Google Fonts and grab a clean, modern font for our project. Okay, I open a new window. Here I will say Google Fonts, and here I got Google Fonts website, which is fonts.google.com. Click on it, and my plan is to use a font called Inter. So here I will search Inter, press enter. Here we go. Here we have the font. I will click on it, and let me increase this page like this. Okay, now here you will see a button called Get Font. You can click on it. Also, if you want to learn more, you can click on About to read more about this font. So I just click on Get Font, and here I will click on Get Embed Code. Okay, here we go. Here I select Web. So then it generated us a code that we can add to the header section or the head tag in our HTML page. So I click on copy code, and let's decrease this part like this, and let's paste this font right here and save it. Okay, now if we check the design, still we don't see nothing. But before we apply the font, let's talk about how we add those font. So it's same as add in CSS style file. So here we already added this CSS file, and the same way we add this fonts file. Only difference is this styles.css file is located under our project folder, but this font is located on this server. So that is the only difference. Okay, now let's try to add this font to our hero section. To do that, I go to style.css, and here we have the hero title, and here what I can do is I can add font family. Actually, let's add this font to full page. We can do it by adding to the body. So here I will say font family, and the font name will be Inter, and here sans serif. Save it. Okay, now did you see our font change like this? Now it's not like a 1990 document. Now we have a modern interface. So now let's talk about font properties. Think when a visitor visits this website or our landing page, that visitor shouldn't have to guess what the most important text on the screen is. So we can control the font using 4 main properties. So let's add properties to our font. Here I will do it under hero title. First, here I will add font size. Font size, let's add 48 pixel, and see the font size changed. And then let's add font weight. Let's make it 800. Okay, it already 800 because we added in a h1 tag. So h1 tag already have this font weight property. Then I will say text transform. Let's make it uppercase. Okay, see, now what do you think? Actually, this is not similar to our Figma design, but still you can see what we can do with font properties. So here we use this text transform property. Without this, if you want to make your headline uppercase, you have to manually type the text, but with this property we can simply make uppercase without editing the HTML file. Here notice, in our last video we use font size as pixels. I want you to completely forget about pixels when it comes to text, because we have to build sites for everyone. Many users with visual impairments go into their browser setting and increase their default font size. If we hard code our text to 48 pixel or 18 pixel as the button font width, we lock that text size in place. The browser cannot scale it up and we break accessibility. The modern solution is the REM unit or RAM. REM stands for root EM. It acts as a multiplier of whatever the user's default browser size is. By default, browser set 1 REM to equals 16 pixel. Okay, here if we change this font size to not 48 pixel, let's make 3 REM and we can see the same result because I already told you 1 REM 1 REM equals to 16 pixel. Here I see a error message because on CSS here is how we can add comments, not with double slash. Here 1 REM equal 16 pixel, so 16 pixel x 3 mean 48 pixel. If we make it as 2, the font will be smaller. Okay. Also we can apply this same thing to the subtitle. Let's add font size. Let's make it 1 REM, which means 16 pixel. Also we can use points value like 1.2 like this. Okay, let's summarize the lesson. So here I will create a new file. Let's call this file as test.html, and here let's add boilerplate template like this and increase this, and here let's open this live server. Okay, now I will add the internal CSS. So here I will add style tag like this, and on the body I will add the h1 like let's test with fonts. Okay, then I will add the paragraph and lower with some text like this. Let's duplicate this paragraph. Okay, now it's good. So now what we are going to do, we are going to add some text. For this headline I want to add pop-ins. To do that, here I will create a Roboto. Roboto is another font. So here I will create a class called say header text, and also let's create class for body text like this. Then I will duplicate this class on all 3 elements so we can reuse this in our style sheet. So what is the first thing? First thing is get Roboto font, and also I want to add Lato as the paragraph font. So how we can do this? We can go to Google Fonts and here let's search for Roboto. Get font, get embed code, copy, paste it right here, and also I told I want Lato, so here we can search Lato. Okay, here we got the font. So now I will click on get font, and here we will copy the font like this, and then I will add it too. So here our fonts are loaded. Okay, on the style sheet we will add the h1 class. So here we say dot header text, and here I want to add a font as Roboto, so we can use font family to define the font. So here I will say Roboto like this. Okay, the font changed, and also here we can add the sans serif part, and then I will add the font size keyword, and here let's add 3REM. Okay, now let's add font weight. Let's make it as 7. Then let's add text transform. Let's make uppercase like this. Okay, now next we have to add the font for our body. So let's add the class body text, and here we go. Here let's add font family, and if we go here we can see how to add this font. This is not the font. Okay, here is the font. Click on it and click on get font, and here you can see how to add the font family. We can just copy it from here. If here we can check it, or we can just copy it from here and paste it like this. Here not the enter,
we need letter. So again, let's go back and let's see it correctly. Here I will remove this one and only give the letter, and here we can see how to add it. Let's add it like this, and now if we go to the document, the font change, and then again let's add the font size. This time let's add 1.1 rem like this. Let's make this small. Okay, now what? Now we can add the text transform. If we want, let's add capitalize, so every letter will be capital, and I don't like it, so let's not add text transform. Okay, now what we add, we can add the font weight. Here we can add like 400 like this, and if we go here you can see class for each. Like here we have font style keyword, it works same as font width. Also here you can see font style. If we add it here like font style, here what it say, not size, style. Here what it say, you want italic, normal or bold type font. So let's, if we add italic, the fonts will be italic like this. So let's make it normal. Okay, the font has lot of properties, just play around with it, and here are the most important stuff you need to understand when it comes to fonts in CSS. And yeah, that's it. Now what is your task? You have this hero section, so what you have to do is change this hero section fonts. The header should be pop-ins, and you can put any font to the subheadline or and the button. So try to do it, and I will see you in the next lesson.